Hello Aries, and welcome to Positive Light Tarot. My name is Tracy and I am so happy that you've joined me here for your weekly reading for November 10th to the 16th. Now we are moving through the powerful 1111 portal. This is that gateway of divine alignment and manifestation. Now we're also in Mercury Retrogrades from November 9th to the 29th. Now that can bring opportunities to pause and reflect, maybe realign with what truly matters to you before stepping, into that next chapter. Now, whether you are new or returning, I want to welcome each and every one of you here. Thank you for sharing your time and your energy with me. Now, let's get right into your reading. Let's find out what Spirit has in store for you this week. We're going to start with gathering your angel message, and we will reveal it at the end of the reading. And there will be, of course, a number associated with that angel number. So let's see for you, Aries. There we go. All right, we're actually going to start with an angel message. Let's find out what the angels would like to share with you before we get into the depths of your reading. This is a very important message that they want to share with you, Aries. So let's see. Special angel message for Aries. Thank you. Everybody is getting embrace your life purpose. I think it has a lot to do with this powerful 1111 portal. It's very important. The energy that you're bringing in, there's certainly a lot of alignment. And we really could be at this powerful manifestation stage where we really are setting our intentions. But there certainly is a lot of reflection going on. And I think that is because this 1111 portal is also integrated with that Mercury retrograde. Number 12, embrace your life purpose. Very important. It says, I am guiding you towards your divine life purpose. Whatever makes your heart joyful is what you're meant to be doing. So really it is a time to really think about what brings me happiness. We spend so many years working hard, and a lot of us a lot of us are in a position where we have to sort of do that out of necessity. Not all of us can be, of course, embracing our job with the things that we love. But if you can start to have a better understanding of what truly brings you joy, it kind of makes everything around the things that we have to do, it even brings even more joy around that as well. I do believe that you are encountering this time where you are reflecting a little bit more upon what it is your true life purpose is. All right, actually, before we do that, let's get your major arcana card. I want to see what the major energy is for you this week. And it looks like that's the card, so we will pull it. This is a deck of 22 major arcana cards. I've pulled them all out so that we can see what that major energy is for you. And you got number 18, the moon. So the moon has a multitude of messages. Sometimes, in a positive way, the moon is really about how our intuition really shines. How we feel things. We can feel the energy around us, especially intuitively. And I think that your intuition is something that should be embraced. So this might be that week where you're feeling more in alignment with your capability to receive messages. Now, it can be about our fears and our insecurities, the uncertainty of things, maybe needing more clarity. And of course, with Mercury retrograde, sometimes we feel like things aren't clear. I don't necessarily feel that that's true. I actually feel like there is an illumination that's happening around you. And I think we're going to see it through the cards. But I feel like there is something maybe where there has not been enough clarity. I believe that this week there actually is going to be an opportunity for you to see something much, it's almost like there's not going to be any hesitation because it's going to be very clear. The message will be clear. All right, now we're going to get those energy cards. Let's find out. Spirit. This is for Aries, the energies for this beautiful sign. Anything else you'd like to share? All right, you've got another one there. Wow, peaceful time. We'll get to the bottom of the deck in just a moment. Let's start with number 10, Unfinished Symphony. Unfinished symphony, just like it sounds, it means something in your life. You need closure. We're looking for some closure. Now, number 10 is a great number in numerology because really it is the end of the chapter, beginning of something new. There's accomplishment here. Figuring out what that unfinished business is. I think that that's going to be the key to a lot of things for you. So there could be something you're ready to wrap up. There's something that's been on your mind. It could be something to do with work. It could be contracts. It could be agreements. It can be unfinished conversations. Again, like I said, with the moon card being the main energy, I feel like you're really needing some sort of clarity. And the clarity is what's going to help you wrap this up. When you wrap it up, when you finally feel like you're breaking free, this is when number 23, peace, enters. I feel like this unfinished symphony is really a chapter of your life that's been requiring your attention. And maybe you just have been feeling like life has just been so busy that you haven't had an opportunity to do that. With Mercury retrograde this week, with the 11/11 portal this week, this is going to be a great time to finish those tasks. Let's knock some things off the list, Aries, so that you can now feel peace. Now, when we look at the bottom of the deck, we've got number 5, orphaned. Number 5, orphaned, can feel like you almost feel a little bit alone. Maybe you're feeling a little lonely. Maybe emotions are a little bit, sometimes it's almost like you want to sort of just retreat a little bit, maybe be a little bit left to think about your emotions. There could be something, again, with your emotions that you feel has been unfinished. You want to create peace in your life and you realize that there is something that certainly needs to be communicated. We want to release this orphaned energy. We no longer want to feel completely alone. I do believe that you are going through, I almost feel like this orphan card is almost as if you're saying, I kind of like enjoy sort of being kept with my own thoughts. And that could have a lot to do with Mercury retrograde as well. Because when you're able to connect with your emotions and your thoughts, it makes it a lot easier to figure out what it is that you feel you need to put closure to. And then all of a sudden, it's like, wow, I feel like things are starting to lift. Things are starting to feel lighter. Let's get your tarot cards. We're going to get 6 cards altogether, 3 rows. I look at it as the beginning, middle, and end of week, but please use your own intuition. So let's get the first 2 cards. I'm seeing happiness after difficulty. So again, if you've been feeling a little bit like, maybe even been feeling like a lot of the responsibilities have been left for you solely, that can make us feel alone too. But I feel like there's definitely a healing energy here. So we've got the 10 of Cups along with the 7 of Pentacles. So let's start with this 10 of Cups because this picture alone shows happiness, okay? And what I'm feeling with the 10 and the 10, the unfinished symphony, I feel like you're wrapping something up. It looks like there's a lot of family support, a lot of love. I think there's peace comes with this 10 of Cups as well. Bringing this peace, bringing this harmony, joy, love, laughter, family, strength, celebrations, bringing all of that healing energy into your everyday. I feel like there's a lot of joy in this. This comes after a time of maybe feeling a little bit like you've kind of had to hold things up yourself. This shows that there's some supportive energies around you, and this is going to be a healing time. The unfinished symphony is closing. It's a cycle that's certainly closing out, and it looks like right in the beginning of the week. Now, the 7 of Coins is really about evaluating the things that we invest in our lives. We invest into a lot of things in our life. We make spiritual, emotional, physical, monetary investments all throughout our lifetime, sometimes all at once. And that can be a little overwhelming. But I do feel like this is you taking a little bit of time to review where you are investing things into, making sure that it's running on the schedule that you anticipate. Are you seeing the gains from this? If it's an emotional attachment, if it's an emotional investment, am I getting out of it what I'm putting into it? I feel for some of you as well, because there's always multiple messages here, Aries, because this is, of course, a collective reading. Now, some of you could be looking at how much you invest into your family. Are you getting that back? Is it reciprocated? You know, that sometimes we all sit back and certainly think about that as well. Let's get the clarifying card here for the 10 of Cups. It's a beautiful card. And I feel like there's a lot of healing energy here. Queen of Wands, I believe, is a great representation of your energy. Now, please remember that there is no gender with any of these cards. This Queen of Wands, she's very dynamic. She's very attractive. She's got an energy that people are drawn to. She's a go-getter. She's very poised. She's confident. You know, she too, I feel like you almost really want that closure. She takes action. She doesn't just sit back and wait for things to happen. She makes things happen. And I believe that this is really your energy coming through here. Now, the Queen of Wands is looking to the right here. So we'll see what that card is, because it looks like she's anxiously anticipating something. It's almost like the unfinished symphony is closing out and now she's ready for something new. What is that? Let's look at the investment that you're making. All right, let's find out. The 7 of Coins here for Aries. And now you've got the Emperor, which is Aries energy. So they're just really trying to say a lot of your energy is already here in the reading. Now the Emperor number 4 is Aries energy. It is about leadership, all right? It's a powerful, very powerful is the Emperor. Takes on a lot of responsibility. So I feel like you are taking a lot of responsibility. I feel like you, the Emperor, the Aries, is really assessing something. You know, you're taking control over a situation that you've invested into and you're reviewing. You're not just rushing into anything. I feel like you really are assessing things first. Now, let's keep going. Now, if we have to, we will take more cards. But let's get the next 2 cards. This is, see, there's the reciprocation that you've been looking for. You've been waiting to see the scales balance. Looks like something is coming closure. You've got 10, 10, 10 in your reading. I want you to keep that as a very important number. So we've got the 6 of Coins now and the 10 of Swords. Right? The 6 of Coins, bringing balance, restoring balance, feeling like if I've been putting a lot of effort into something and sort of waiting to see some sort of reciprocation, whether again it's financial, whether or not it's emotional. I feel like you actually need to be open to receive, because I believe there is something certainly coming in for you here. Now you can see that the Queen of Wands, which I believe is truly your energy, Aries, is looking at this. And I feel like this is you really bringing peace and balance into your life. The scales here are the balance that are being restored. If there has been some financial hiccups, I believe that there is something that is actually something that may have been owed to you, whether it's back pay, whether it's a dividend investment. I feel like there could be something that you've been waiting on is actually coming back to you. Now, when we look at the 10 of Swords, it's not a pretty card, but it certainly is kind of a sense of relief. We want to put closure and we want to let go. We need to let go of the unfinished symphony. And in order to really heal from that, in order to feel joy and happiness, there is something that you need to let go of. You yourself will know what that is, but we're going to clarify it. There is blessings in disguise. Know that with every ending, there is a new beginning. And as painful as sometimes it can be to close a chapter in our life or to, you know, try and, you know, to move on, the sun will always rise again. So let's look at that 6 of Coins. Let's start with the 6 of Coins here for you, Aries. Thank you. And you got the 6 of Wands. Beautiful. This is victory. I do believe that something that has been owed to you, something is certainly coming in for you, and it's coming in with a great sense of accomplishment, achievement, and success. So there is a victory here. 6-6, lovely to see that alignment as well. I feel like a lot more alignment is coming through in the readings this week, and I think it has a lot to do with that beautiful 11-11 portal as well. I think this is going to be a great time for you to close chapters in your life with a great sense of freedom and victory. Let's find out with the 10 of Swords. Let's see what's going on with that. 10 of Swords, a blessing in disguise with letting go. Big letting go. There's a huge, huge tower moment here for you. Big changes are happening for you, Aries. Number 16, the Tower, it says you need to clarify this. So the Tower card is all about reconstructing our lives. It's building a stronger foundation. Sometimes it feels like a sudden bolt. There's something, certainly the universe is saying it's time for you to let go of something in your life. You have to, whether or not it's your way of thinking. There is something in your life that maybe has been really holding you back. And the blessing in disguise is that something in your life is restructuring. There's a big change happening here. Let's find out. We've got the 10 of Swords and we've got the number 16, the Tower card. Can you please give us a little bit more clarification here for Aries? So this could be towards the middle of the week. You've got 3 cards that came out there. I'm going to look at all of them. All right. They have 3 messages for you. Page of Wands, there is something more exciting. There is definitely a message that's waiting for you here. And it's going to be a message that really brings out, I think it is really more in alignment with your energy. I think that you really yourself, you've been sitting in this orphaned energy, which is not who you typically are. Something has made you feel this way, but and it could be something that's been left unfinished. So universe wants you to let go. And if you're finding it hard to let go, that's why the Tower card is here, because changes must occur in order for healing to take place. There is something more exciting meant for you. The Page of Wands, I almost feel, is like you being regenerated through this letting go process. Because the Page of Wands is the beginning of that fiery element. Now, the 2 of Pentacles is, again, feeling sort of like you're juggling things, all right? Juggling a whole bunch of things. I'm juggling ideas. I'm juggling decisions. I may be juggling so many facets of my life that I'm finding it hard to figure out what I should be focusing on. And then the 4 of Cups is letting go of the things in your life that no longer serve their purpose. There is an opportunity that is certainly waiting here for you. The opportunity, I think, will come when you finally are able to let go of whatever it is that I believe might be holding you back. This is a time to embrace your life purpose and really look at what brings happiness to your life. And if need be, there might be some changes that you need to make. Sometimes these changes have to do with relationships, with work, with the way we earn our income, the decisions we make around our diet and our health. I believe that I feel like almost really with the 4 of Cups that you're almost feeling a little bit of discontentment, and you've been trying to juggle things for so long that it's been really hard for you to really embrace what your life purpose is, because you've been trying maybe to make sure that the family's good, make sure that work is good. But what about the person in the middle? What about me? Am I good? You know, and so now it's time to let go so that you can see that there is a whole new opportunity waiting there for you. Let's get the next 2 cards for you. This is for Aries. A lot of realizations for sure. All right, we've got the Ace of Swords, which is the clarity. It is the victory. It is feeling that great sense of freedom. And I believe there is definitely victory here. There is going to be some big changes, Aries, but I think that what it's going to do is it's going to help you resolve this juggling act that I think that you've been maybe holding on to for a little too long. When we try to balance everything in our life, what ends up happening is we might be ignoring something that the universe wants to offer you. There's something better in the wings there for you. And then the 2 of Wands is about progressing forward with a plan. You have the world of opportunity in the palm of your hands, but something has, there's been a little bit of a slowdown. You're almost waiting for that pivotal moment when you receive the message to start moving forward there. The plans are already set in motion, so it's not as if you actually are trying to figure out what the plan is. I feel like you already know what the plan is, but you might need a little bit more clarity. Let's see, and that's why the Moon card is here. Let's see with the Ace of Swords. All right, we've got 2 cards here, and they're both major arcana cards. So let's start with number 19, the Sun. I feel like there's definitely positive energy. This whole shift and change that's coming in is actually something that's going to really revitalize your energy. And I said that, I feel like with the Page of Wands beside the Tower, it's really you coming back to who you truly are. Somewhere along the way, you've been juggling so much in your life that you may feel like you've kind of lost your sense of purpose. And that's why it says embrace your life purpose. Who am I? And you know what? I need to really embrace who I truly am. Somewhere along the way, I've invested so much into everything else in my life that I should be investing into me. And there's nothing, you need to do that. The Ace of Swords, the Sun, shows so much positive energy is certainly circulating through this entire reading. And it shows that things are sunny or things are brighter. By the end of the week, we will have already gone through the portal of the 11:11, and I feel like that will shine and shed some light on things for you as well. The Sun illuminates our path. So when we feel darkness, when we feel uncertainty, the Sun illuminates all of that. So again, it's lifting that sense of uncertainty. And number 5, the Hierophant, really shows blessings, okay? And I believe there are a lot of blessings that come in for you through closing out certain chapters in your life. Because remember, peace is really what we all want to achieve, and especially this week for you. The Hierophant is about blessings. It can be about contracts and agreements as well. I feel like there's some sort of there's something, I feel for some of you, if it is a contract, I believe that it's going to be something that's very beneficial. And in fact, it's something that's really going to highlight a lot of positivity for you. Now, the Hierophant can also be blessings. Okay, so blessings coming in. I also feel like it has a lot to do with your traditional beliefs, your religious, spiritual blessings as well. Standing strong with your morals and values. I think you find victory. I also feel like there's this great sense of safety and protection that comes from your traditional beliefs as well. I feel like there's a reward of some sort, almost feeling, and it could be just not a reward like a monetary reward. I feel more like a personal reward here, where you really feel like the hard parts are over. You know, it's almost like that's the message. You know, it's been hard, but you know what? The hard part is really coming to closure here. And let's get that 2 of Wands. Find out what that 2 of Wands is here for you as well. And you've got the beautiful Wheel, another major arcana card, and that means cycles in your life are changing. And I believe I feel like there is a lot of incredible change for you. I would say this week specifically. I think emotionally you're going through a lot of changes. I think spiritually as well. And in the midst of all of this, the blessings are what show you show true strong foundations. If things you feel like, sometimes in life we can feel like we're being tested in some ways, but I feel like the Wheel of Fortune is here to show you that cycles in your life are shifting, and that it's about divine timing. I don't even want to say divine timing because it's not. That's the wrong word. This wheel is showing you that something, it could be an unexpected shift or turn of events that really helps you proceed with some sort of plan. And I believe that it's something that's going to change your world. So this wheel to me is really good fortune coming in for you. It's really good insight. And it shows that karmatically the energy around you is shifting. So a lot of changes, a lot of shifts, but a lot of letting go, a lot of really understanding and getting clarity where your emotions are concerned. And really it is showing to be open to receive, but not only the things that maybe you've put out there and you know are now being reciprocated, but it's also being open to receive the messages that are also coming in. Because right in the center of your reading, we're seeing a sense of victory. And although there's lots of changes, these changes are going to help really shift your energy from having to feel like you're juggling so many things. All right, let's close out. We're not closing out your reading. I want to get your closing angel message. Now that all of these energies are here, what is that message that you'd like to share? And it says that you are unique, number 34. Well, very true. You are unique. It says be brave, maybe be a little crazy, but certainly be yourself. Very important. And especially as we are embracing, as you're going through the stages and motions of embracing your life purpose. And when we do that, we do go through major reconstruction. We do go through tower moments. Just know that Spirit is guiding you towards your divine life purpose. And what really makes your heart joyful is what you're meant to be doing. And it's important for you to honor how unique you are and how important it is to be yourself. Getting back to yourself. I really feel like the message here is like you're getting back to who you truly are. No more unfinished symphony. No more trying to figure it all out. You know what? You are who you are for a reason, and now it's time to really embrace that, because where that acceptance comes is that beautiful peace. All right, let's close out your reading now with your angel number. Now let's look and see. We've got some 4s here. We've got some 6s. So also important. We also want to keep 10, 10, 10. And in fact, you got another 10. So 10, 10, 10, 10, almost like an 11, 11 right there, because you take the zeros off, you've got 11, 11. So this is a huge portal for you. Lots of changes happening for you. And then you've got the big break. See, your big break, I think that has a lot to do with the wheel, wheel coming in as the last card here. 15, 15. All right, we've got the big break. It says innovation, focus, creation, progress, forward movement, skills, and goals. It says an opportunity, help, extra cash, or other support is coming your way. So keep going and have fun when performing your tasks. So important to do that. The most tremendous success comes from passion. All efforts will be rewarded big time. There definitely is something coming your way that you will feel that great sense of reward. That big break. Thank you so much for joining me. I really hope that this reading resonates with you. Please let me know by liking, sharing, subscribing, leaving comments. You really help strengthen the Positive Light community. So I really appreciate it. And until next week, sending love, light, and positive vibes.